Do you continue to see your final form? As you come closer to the final form, you will experience as if it is in front of you. You experience as if there is only one step. When you are one step away from the destination, one foot is at the destination. You just have to bring the other foot at the destination. You will experience being that close. It is like when someone is old and they will leave the body and they know they will take a new body. It's like changing the costume. When you know that you will wear a certain costume and the time comes to put it on, then your attention is towards that costume. Do you see clearly in front of you your final form of the soul?
He's asking us if we can see this final form. But interestingly enough, this form is constant. And there is a beginning to it, or there is some other stage, maybe, or final. We see it as final, depending on the intellect, the ability to see, to recognize, to be clear of what is what. So when Baba says, can you see your final form in front of you? Is your intellect so pure, so clean, so sharp? Is this faculty, this capability within you of seeing without mixture, the slightest mixture? Is this capability in such a stage the ultimate stage where you can see the self and if we see the self clearly and if we see what the self is not, then everything is very easy. The self is not all these thoughts that come out of habit. So when we don't identify with those beliefs, those images, those definitions, those thoughts that take different form, and we just see the self in the beginning, even this is an image, but then we see as the self. Then the experience is so real and so attractive. And then when Baba says, you feel as if you just need to do the last step to reach your destination. Yeah, it feels like this. The destination is what I already am. So I see the self to start with, but then I see as the self. And the habit of also looking at the thoughts and identifying with them is also there, but the game is very simple, very clear. And 1 second, maybe I look backwards, which is my thoughts, based on ignorance, out of habit, they will emerge, but next second, I see this shining being of light. It has its own power. It pulls like a magnet. And I know that this is who I am. Not those thoughts. They're just thoughts. The question is with whom I spend more time, with the thoughts or with self.
the form of light. It's the one that reveals the form of mind. There is might in becoming unshakable in any situations, being able to help others to be unshakable. The angels are shown in the form of light. There is a costume of light, the crown of light, the decoration of light. In this form of light, any situations of upheaval will not disturb the mind. You will feel as if you are invisible, protected. What is this form of might? How can we experience the full power of the soul?
As we experiment, we discover as we experiment with seeing light until we see that we are light, and this can happen in a second. We are subtle, the subtlest form of light. So as we experiment with this, we realize that the pull of the drama feels less and less powerful. Because drama itself, it's lifeless matter, but our attention is not pulled anymore towards our thoughts about the drama. The whole game is inner, subtle, incognito. It is at the level of the soul. So our mind is bombarded by the scenes of the drama. It has already the habit of creating purposely thoughts in any case, whether there is drama in front of us, not in the sense we might be even in a quiet room with no images. Still the mind will be creating thoughts, feelings, and strong ones. So the habit is there, the habit of our attention to be trapped in these thoughts and giving them life is also there. So power is to see that I am the viewer of all of this. And the attention naturally is drawn to the self, the king of all of these ministers, faculties. Attention gently, naturally is drawn towards the self until they are one. Attention and the self. Self is the one who is aware of everything that's going on. But the attention is on the self. So this is the ultimate power. Incorporeal, subtle being, embodiment that has a panoramic view of the ministers, drama, totally free. Nothing being able to pull the attention. Self fully aware of himself. As awareness. Smriti Swarup. Naturally. Freedom. Independence. And equality.
In this final stage, in the form of light, there is the experience of lightness. There is a saying that even a mountain can feel like a mustard seed. In this form of light, with the light of knowledge, there is no suffering. It is like when an injection is given to a patient. They are not aware of that pain in the body. Their mind is at rest. In the same way, here with the injection of remembrance, there is no consciousness of being a body, no experience of any suffering from the body. There is the experience of being a lighthouse. There is a practice of being that form of light whilst you are walking, whilst talking. The soul is in the form of light. Whilst coming into any actions, the practice remains firm. Being in the costume of light and lightness.
It is truly such an entertaining journey or game, where with the power of focused, gently focused attention, we see what it feels like to really be this light, this subtle, extremely subtle presence, impersonal. Unlimited, no name, no gender, no time, no beginnings and ends of any kind, no limits of any kind, in terms of time, in terms of space. In terms of qualities, unlimited. You see this, you see that you are this, you have never been anything else. And then, while using the body, aiming like with any other game where there are aims, aiming to remain exactly the same one. Because the problem is, of course, identification. Identifying with our thoughts that move. We think that we move from one stage to the other. We become the content of the thought. And then body moves and we identify with the movements of the body or the movement of the scenes in the drama change. And then it is as if I have also have to change somehow. I can just see that I never change, whether this or the other scene in the drama. So the deeper we see the nature, the more unadulterated the experience of the self. If we grasp really this unchanging nature of the self, and if we also experience that the self is naturally the self, the one who tries to be the self is one thought inside that tries to do something. We use thoughts of truth to let go of them and see that we are the truth naturally. So the more we use knowledge, something within us transforms without us aiming to change anything. We just see that we are then changing one. And so then, the deeper we see this, the more fun, the more natural it is to be the form of light, because we are never anything else. While the body moves, I don't have to change my stage because the lights change, because the body will move and go to another position. But can I see that I am then changing one, in front of whom all the changes happen? Feelings of and understandings. I'm the ultimate. The self is the ultimate. And I remain the same one while in action. So no action can replace me. In illusion, I identify with actions. Now I know that I am the experiencer whose nature does not change. I'm not the experience of any kind, even of the actions. I enjoy every action. We're not anti-drama or anti-thinking. All of these are wonderful and they exist anyways. This is nature, the nature of the game of life. But who am I in all of this? In all these changes, eternal changes. I'm then changing one.
Let us practice for a few moments. What is constant? What is unchanging? What is the truth? Just emerging the light and being in the truth and seeing the truth for everyone else. For a few moments in silence. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Anna. We meet again tomorrow at the same time for the Avyakt stage series. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.